Oh, hello, Rob White here, and welcome to yet another episode of Who the F is Rob White, the show where I hang out and tattoo fellow stand-up comics. Today, I am tattooing my cousin Patrick, and you're probably wondering, why would you do that? He's not a stand-up comic, is he? I guess nepotism runs deep on this show. No. All jokes aside, Patrick actually did comedy for a little while out here on the island.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
Yeah. And that was a interesting, fun time. Did you say hi to the camera at all?
Hello.
Hello. Today we're tattooing, I don't know, this is like Charizard from fucking some kind of, what is this, anime Pokemon or something? Like, what's the story on this again now? Tell me this.
So basically, this is stuff from The Witcher. So basically, The Witcher was originally a novel series that came out, well, the source material comes from a novel series that came out in the 80s, and then eventually adapted into a video game format, and unfortunately now has the terrible Netflix series, which I'm very upset about.
It sounds really cool, guys.
So basically what happens is the symbols that you see around it are, in the game you have different magical abilities that you can do, and each symbol represents that. And the one in the middle is from, there's different schools, like, so Witchers are basically like professional monster hunters. And what happens...
The fuck is just... Where are you going?
So basically they have different schools and like guilds they belong to, and the one that I've chosen is the school of the Griffin.
I swear to God, the whole nerd kingdom just applauded and stood up for... This is Gryffindor?
No, it's the school of the Griffin.
The school of the Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about this shit, but I just love to make fun of everybody for it. It's just my favorite pastime.
Well, I mean, you know I was going to do something nerdy because I have a D20 right below it, so...
Yeah, he does. He's got the dice there, the 20-sided die.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a 20-sided die, like the old Dungeons and Dragons. Remember that?
Still play it.
D&D resurfaced pretty good because of Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
I'm sure that kind of ruins it for you. What I'm doing here in this process is we're doing all the outline of your tattoo, and in doing so, I'm using this instead of using the other machine, and the other machine is like driving like a hot rod, like Chevelle Super Sport, you know, where this is like a Prius. And while they're both getting us to the place we need to go, one is way cooler, and
you'd rather be on your Sunday driver.
Yeah, I feel like this one right here is like beep, 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 beep. It's like the Jetsons car, you know what I mean? It's like floating around.
Like if you pick up your son from school and the other one, they're like, that dad fucks. You pick him up in this one, you're like, that dad's kind of a pussy.
Yeah, it's like that dad right there fucking recycles. Ugh.
Oh, God.
What a fruit, he recycles. Recycling is the biggest crock of fucking shit I have ever seen in my entire life. No, I'm going to say it. It's not a popular opinion. People are like, you need to recycle. You need to recycle. And I'm like, you know what recycles? The fucking earth recycles. The earth has been recycling every single thing on it since the day it started. Like, we're not... How are we helping? It's going to recycle you and everything you've ever known and loved. Every single tin can and garbage bag is going to get recycled into the planet. And they're like, yeah, but if you put it in this can, it goes to a special place. Yeah, that place is called a place where the local town government makes money off of your shit. That's what they're doing. They didn't start recycling because they really cared. They were like, oh, all this metal can be turned into scrap metal and we could sell it and we can get all these morons to do our sorting for us in their stupid houses. How's that for you, Chris?
All right, we're back.
How many minutes in were we? What was the over and under for how long it took to get into conspiracy theories?
It's not a conspiracy theory. Why do they got you out there fucking with the Kirby kid? And they go like, and then they bring that shit to the dump, and meanwhile the town fathers are like, look at us with all this money we've made.
Did Kirby do something to you personally?
Kirby cans?
Did he do something to you personally?
Goddamn Kirby cans? No.
You have a strong opinion on this.
Recycling is fucking
I feel like of all the things you should have a strong opinion on, this is probably not the hill you should die on.
Recycling?
Like, there's so many more pressing things going on in the world, and you're like, the fucking Kirby cans, recycling, that's for pussies. That's you. That's what you sound like.
We're so crazy. Look at us. They're like, don't litter. Like, look outside. This whole place is litter. This whole fucking thing is litter. There's, like, if you did, garbage can is for your garbage. I'm like, yeah, well, then put a Walgreens in the garbage can, because Walgreens looks like garbage to me from outer space. You know what I mean? Like, if you zoomed out, you zoom out on a little grass field and you see a bunch of tin cans, you're like, that's litter, okay? then you keep zooming the fuck out, and you see a whole entire shopping center, and like, that's fucking litter. Burn the shopping center down and put a bunch of cows out in the field. That's what we need to do. Arson was like the most fun I ever had as a kid. You remember playing arson? You ever play arson? You never did that?
No, I had a father that struck the absolute fear of God into me at a very young age, so I can't say arson was on my list.
Yeah.
I did spend some time. This won't incriminate me. It's too many years out. You can't. Fuck you. You're not going to do anything. I spent a lot of time doing mailbox baseball and also taking a sledgehammer and putting it through people's car windows. It was
that part was off base.
Yeah.
Like the first part was like, oh, harmless fun, mailbox baseball, and then you were like, and also breaking and entering.
Well, I mean, is it breaking and entering if it's into a car?
Yeah, it's called fucking B&E. That's what it's called.
I thought B&E only applied like breaking into a property.
What were they excited when they saw you breaking their car?
No,
Yes.
I will say there was it was kind of an eye-opening moment. I didn't do it again after going through that neighborhood the next day and kind of just seeing all these families huddled around like their minivan that mom and dad definitely brought their kids to Sunday sports in and just like, oh my God, who could have done this? And I'm like, I'm kind of an asshole. Like, this is a moment that, like, they're always going to remember. Like, the dad's out there, it's like, Cheryl, keep the kids inside! Like,
Riding your bicycle past in slow motion. And they, hello, darkness, my old friend.
no, I wasn't a child. I was, like, 18 doing this. Like, yeah, I was not a good kid.
It was last week after I went to the bar. I just figured, fuck that guy. Fuck that minivan.
Yeah, no, I was very well behaved as an early child and into my teens, and then like when I got that first taste of freedom of like, you know, college, you know, that's when it really all like sunk in of just like, I can be a piece of shit now because, you know, people around here don't know me. So
Place of higher learning was your place of being a lowlife.
yeah, I spent one semester there and then came back to good old Suffolk. It was a good time.
Wait, what school did you go to? It was
Dominican College, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I was recruited for the lacrosse team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, did you stop going to it because it was all the Dominicans over there? Because, I mean, they're pretty bad people, right? Aren't they? No? I've heard some stuff.
No, I can't say they are. I stopped going there because...
There was a lot of Dominicans. I don't know if you've been to the DR before, but I have.
To be fair, all jokes aside, it was a vastly black and Hispanic populated school and pool.
You know damn well. Black people aren't in the pool. No, stop it. Oh no, that's not true. This Carnival Cruise has got a pool, and they love that.
Oh my God. Yeah. So no, that was a fun time for me. I did a lot of drugs. You know.
Oh shit. What was your favorite?
It was mostly weed, but I had a little dip into, you know, ecstasy and stuff like that. It was
Taking some fucking E.
yeah, and it was great. I was one of 2 white people in my entire quad. And that meme that went around about like gingers being the black people of white people, you would have thought that was valid that one semester because I will not repeat the word, but I was given the card and grew very comfortable saying it as I would walk down my quad
They let
every
you get
day.
away with that?
Yeah, it was really great. One time
Whoa.
where I was at a lacrosse party and they're like, oh, we want to smoke. I was like, I got stuff back in my room, and it's a Friday night, so everybody's hanging out in the hallway. They're all fucked up and everything. As I'm going down the hallway with my 2 white teammates, I'm just walking down the hallway, dapping everybody up, dropping it very loosely. And the looks on their faces was actually hysterical.
Was that because you co-signed a bunch of loans on their cars and shit? Because you have good credit?
I was just their token. I was their token.
Is that because they thought you were Ed Sheeran? They were like, oh my God, what's up, Ed Sheeran?
I got that a lot. Yeah, I know. I got that.
I went with the low-hanging fruit.
It's better than Bonacum, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta explain that real quick. So Patrick's last name you're on my mom's side of the family. Second cousin, and they're the Bonacums. Bonacum, Bonacum. And but when he started doing stand-up for a little while, and they heard the name, like true comics, they were just like,
Yeah.
"Did you say Bonacum?
So
Bonacum!"
yeah. So let me also, because I made a joke about this back in the day. So I got into comedy because of Rob. because I was going through a lot at the time, not in a great headspace and everything. And Rob, being the good cousin that he is, decided, you want to know what would be really great for your mental health right now is if you went up on stage and had a bunch of people just kind of heckle you.
Yeah. People love it.
Yeah. So I went out, and I was a nervous wreck for the week leading up to it. Didn't think I was going to show, and dragged my ass down there, and I'm waiting, and I'm like one of the last people on the list. And they go look at the list that they do at every open mic, and they're like, all right, we got a newcomer come to the stage tonight. Everybody, let's hear it for Pat. And he just like, I remember him like pulling the paper closer to be like, I can't be reading this right. And it was just like, Pat Bona, fuck it, Pat Bonacum, everyone. And that became my calling card for the year and a half I was doing comedy. Every time I would go out, and no matter what open mic I would go to some, like, the go-to one up at Billiards or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah,
Royals, and did a couple out in Farmingdale with you and everything like that. And, like, it just followed me everywhere. I just became Pat Bonacum. And, I mean, when you're given that kind of nickname, you've got one choice and one choice only. It's either you embrace it or you just fucking crumble. And I embraced it wholeheartedly.
You gotta live for it. You gotta.
Yeah.
It was really funny, too, because, like, there were times like this other comic, Greg Cassiano, who started like after you, and when you were gone, he's red hair and all too, and he came out. He don't even look like you, but just the red hair, and they just started chanting "Boner come," and she was going up to the mic, and he's like, "What? Why? What's that even mean?" Like he had no idea.
Yeah.
And everyone's just laughing so hard at him.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do miss it every now and again, but it's just like...
No, you did really well at it, too. You did really well. You had some really good observations, and it seemed like you were having fun, but...
Life took me in a different direction. I want to get back into it.
Like a professional, which is...
Well, it's just so hard to get out.
Fucking weak. Like, look at me, I'm a therapist and stuff. I'm talking to people and helping them through their addictions. Ugh. Fucking get back to drugs again. Get back to being cool, doing drugs, putting sledgehammers through fucking windows. How cool was that?
It was fun for a period.
Yeah.
And then it became drastically unfun when multiple arrests started happening and all that other stuff. It was a great time.
Could I talk about one of your arrests?
Sure.
One of them was so funny to me. Remember when you got high at the school, and then you fell asleep in your car? And I don't think you got arrested, did you?
No, I did. I got arrested.
Falling asleep
I was at Suffolk, had a big break between classes. I was like, fuck it, I'll go smoke weed real quick. I've got like 3 hours to my next class. So I went, smoked, and then like just laid down in my car to take a nap. And I woke up to the cop banging on the window, ripped me out, searched the car, found like half of a nickel bag. And he was just like, yeah, no, I'm taking you in. And I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? Yeah. Had to go wait and hold and sell until mom and dad came and picked me up. It was a great experience.
When marijuana was like black tar heroin, they would literally just pull you out of a car. Undercover DTs would just beat you up. Like, what do you got there? Is that a joint? Is that a roach? Is that an L? What do you have there? Like, that's a fucking what? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, and it's great. I went through all of that, had to do like a year of ACOD and everything like that, just for them to turn around and decriminalize it like 2 years later.
Yeah.
It was a great experience.
Oh my God.
And now I tell people why weed is bad.
Weed is not, it's not bad, it's not good, it's
anything that you do in excess is, and that's kind of like the whole shtick that I do when I talk to certain clients and everything like that, because in the environment that I work in, it's like nobody looks at substance use as a big issue. Like, I'm out in the heart of Brentwood, and everybody kind of sits there and it's like, oh, this is kind of, everyone's doing it, and I get that, but like the whole thing you really have to drive into them is, even with weed, if you're doing it to a certain point where it's affecting your overall quality of life, like, yeah, there's something, you should slow down. Like, maybe don't stop, but slow the fuck down.
Well, here's what it is. It's a dopamine rush.
Well, that's the whole thing. Problem. Yeah.
And, here's a great conversation topic I've been going through in my brain. You'd be perfect for this. In doing comedy, it's healthy. It's not a negative thing, but that dopamine rush from being on stage, I think, leads to, in a lot of comics, drug abuse. And I feel like because you go on stage and you know what it's like when you kill. You go up there and you're like, holy shit, I just did really great. Now I'm riding on a high that's...
I can do fucking anything.
And all your friends are like, that people that came out to your show were like, oh, it's 11 o'clock. We need to go to sleep. And you're like, I'm not going to sleep. I literally just got all these endorphins, like this dopamine, serotonin.
Literally me after my first show.
And everyone's, let's just go home. Let's just go to bed. And you're like, I need to get some drinks in me. I need to get a sandwich. I need to
get laid. I got to do,
all the different other things that are of that. So in my feeling is I think that comics a lot of times are drawn right into addiction because comedy itself is an addictive.
Yeah, I mean I can see that, and I think it's also like everything that kind of like comes with it on the lower tier, where you're like out late at night at these open mics. Like, I mean, the one at Royals, like we wouldn't get out there till like almost midnight and stuff like that. So and you start bullshit and you're hanging out afterward. You start having a couple drinks and everything like that. And then also just like you said, the general adrenaline rush. You're trying to keep that high going and everything like that. And you're constantly on the go. Like people who pursue it consistently are just on the go. And like, so yeah, I think there's definitely validity to what you're saying.
I think I see like so many great comics that it's just, and it's also the mentality of most of the stand-up comics, or a great deal of them that I've worked with, is they're in it because they can't turn off whatever is in their brain. Mm-hmm. Their brain's constantly looking around like, that's kind of funny, what could I do with that? Why is that over there? They don't have the normal sort of, okay, it's time to relax and just settle in. Like, I can't settle in, my brain is going a mile a minute. So they sort of become this, I can't calm down unless I have drinks.
Well, I mean, and that's really what was kind of going on with me, and why I was like kind of, not to toot my own horn, but like getting so good so quick when I started doing it is because I was at a point where like my brain never shut off because I was just in a bad headspace. So like it was just constantly thinking about shit, or like that diversion. Like I don't want to think about being sad. So like now I'm going to just think about jokes and all that other stuff. Or I'm going to turn the shit that's happening into my life into a joke. And I'm going to go out, I'm going to tell these people, they're going to laugh at it, and now all of a sudden, I don't feel so bad about what's going on with me because I made a joke out of it, and everybody's fucking laughing.
Right. You can, what's the word for that? It's like the clown that just kind of makes everyone laugh, but really is all depressed, It's, you taking good into what?
Pagliazzo.
Pagliazzo?
Yeah.
That's people like...
No, that was the depressed clown.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah,
Wow. Chris.
Snapple fact from Chris.
Pagliazzo?
Yeah.
Hey, it's me, Pagliazzo. I can just see him.
Can you imagine just getting capped by a gangster clown named Pagliazzo?
Oh.
Hey, go get fucking Pagliazzo!
Pagliazzo! Hey! And he comes and smashes you over the head with a semolina bread. Hey, it's me, Pagliazzo! How you do?
Hey, he's got like instead of like the flower that shoots water, it's like a fucking 9mm. Pop! After he beats you.
Hey, it's little Mo Pagliazzo. I'm fucking so stupid.
His calling card is a red nose that he leaves on all of his victims.
Oh my God. Killing people.
Honestly, I want to see a show about that. I think we should pilot that.
Pagliazzo.
It's a spin-off of The Sopranos.
I wanted to do, and I thought it would be really funny, but yeah, it could be really kind of cool, is to do in the same way that they've done like Game of Thrones and all these medieval shows, to do that, but it's all about jesters. And it's literally about like the king's jester and how like he's the only dude, because jesters are kind of cool when you really look back on the history of it. Mm-hmm. They're the only ones who were allowed to openly
make fun of the king,
like talk shit about everyone. Mm-hmm. You could get your head tore off for saying some shit about the royal family or whoever, but if you were the jester, you were expected to do that.
Is this the moment where you go like, I'm born in the wrong era? Like you could have just been a perfect court jester?
The jester's weird because if the king has a bad day, you could get yourself killed.
Yeah. I mean, that would be funny. Just have him out like doing his whole skit, and then he just goes in the back room, takes like the hat off, takes out like a cigarette, and just fuck. I totally botched that bit earlier. Fuck.
Bill Cosby is the jester. Coming this fall to CBS.
You see, with the medieval and the plague and the zip-a-zop-a-doop.
When you're going to the court and you're there and Theo's there with Vanessa and Claire. He's like, who are they talking? Like, Bill Cosby is the jester.
I think it might be what he needs to bounce back. Bill Cosby, contact us. We got you.
Oh man, that's so dumb.
See, you will get the best pudding pop that you've ever had, my lord.
Oh my fucking god. I'm just trying to think of a bit that could focus on. That's
On the Jester or Bill Cosby now?
Bill Cosby as the Jester. Like, what would he do? What would he not do? Like,
I mean, probably be roofing people.
yeah, he would. He definitely would be.
Yeah.
Oh, my lady, when you drink this here wine, and you get a little sleepy.
Take this mead right here, my lady, and you will wake up and never see me again.
Don't listen to the bells ringing on my uniform here. You just picture him with the bell thing on his hat, like, oh.
I mean, would help you. The bells would probably help you keep like a good rhythm in like your stroke game. You know, just like ting 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 ting.
That's like it's like you're fishing or something. Like it's I don't know. I would think of like the, what do you call it?
I don't know, Rob. Why don't you tell me?
Ding, da ding, da ding. What are those things that ring in the harbor all the time?
A buoy? Yeah, buoy.
Yeah, the buoys and channel markers.
Channel markers. Why did you go Boston?
Because I was watching the documentary on Jaws last night.
That explains nothing.
Jaws was filmed in Amity. Amity takes place.
Yeah, I get that. But
Martha's Vineyard.
But also terrible representation for Boston. You know,
Why?
not a single person in all of Jaws that comes in with a thick Bostonian accent.
No, but they all have the New England accent. They're all actually, most of them actually were real New Englanders. Only 8 people in that whole movie are actually not from the island.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I would love to see a reboot with just like thick Bostonian accents coming through, like Matt Damon, like coming in.
Oh yeah, Matt
like,
Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, just coming in, just thick, like Good Will Hunting mixed with Jaws, if you would.
Yeah. Like the Boondock Saints meets Jaws. Like,
How do you like that, Chum Bucket? Like instead of how do you like them apples? That's a terrible joke. What am I fucking saying?
you know what? It's okay. We all do this every once in a while, and you just you say something.
I'm riffing. Can a guy fucking riff? That's the worst thing I want to hear was you're tattooing me, is a deep sigh of like, what am I fucking doing?
No, it's perfect. I'm just my brain just figuring things out. I'm just questioning my life. You know what I mean?
Everything that got you here?
Yeah. How did I get to this point? I think we're all good with the outline.
Nice.
I think that part is in. Perfect. This is the part where we take a break for a few minutes. We'll be back after these messages. Hi kids, Rob White here. Sometimes we talk about things on this show that are a little bit adult, and I just want you all to know that I do not approve or wish anybody to do drugs. Drugs are bad, kids. Drugs are bad.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Drugs are bad, okay.
So talk about that Thanksgiving day. How'd you come over for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
And before you left your house.
Well, so that's the thing. So as we mentioned at the beginning, Rob and I are related. But
Second cousins.
yeah, so like the whole thing. Hey.
Hey, what?
Know what I'm saying? Second
we
cousins
do it. Is that what you're saying? Oh. See me after the show.
So grew up like, I mean, there's a big age gap between us too. Like you're how much older than me?
45.
You're 45, so I'm 32. So yeah, like good 13 years between us.
Yeah.
So thing was like we would see each other at occasional family gatherings and stuff like that. But not to sound like a dick, but the way that my family at times portrayed yours was like the black sheep portion of it.
What are we doing?
And so like when I was at
owned a tattoo shop in like the time when tattoos.
I think as the story progresses, it's going to make a little bit more fucking sense.
All right, well, whatever. You know what? Unnecessary, but all right.
So so it was a thing where when I was at Suffolk, I would come down and I would hang out with you on my breaks sometimes at the shop and just watch you tattoo and bullshit and stuff like that. And it was around that time, and I remember you telling me like, "Hey, like, come over for Thanksgiving if you got nothing going on." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I'm on Thanksgiving Day. I'm hanging out with my family. We're cleaning up all like the shit as you do. And as my parents are now standing there cleaning up the last few dishes, I'm like, "All right, we all done?" They're like, "Yeah." Why, what's up? I'm like, "Oh, I think I'm going to head over to Aunt Pat's house and see Rob." And like that good old movie scene where like the record scratches basically is what happened. Like they froze in place and looked at each other, looked at me like, "What are you going to do over there?" I was like, "You invited me over for Thanksgiving. Like, what's the big deal?" And they're like, "All right, be safe." I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Whatever. And so I drive all the way over to your mom's house. I get in there, and nobody's able to be found at first. So like I'm knocking on the door, nobody answers, and then so I just like let myself in, and you guys are just screaming and talking to each other in the kitchen, and just huddled around this pot. This giant, like, cauldron would be a good word for it. It was huge. It was an unnecessarily large pot that you had here. So I walk in, I'm like, hey, and I was like, Pat, what's up? Oh my God, you actually came. I'm like, yeah, what's everyone doing? We're making mushroom tea.
Well, it's Thanksgiving. That's what the Indians would have done. That's what the Pilgrims did.
And me at, what was I, like 19 at the time?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck. They were so right. I just walked into this, and they're like, come on down. Fucking Cousin John's like, hey, bro, you gonna do something? I'm like, I think Dare talked to me about this. I shouldn't do drugs. Drugs are bad. And was kind of strong-armed into drinking some mushroom tea with you guys. And I remember going out into the sunroom where your mom had, like, you know, it was kind of like her den area. I remember sitting down on the couch, and for some reason she was watching like the Cheech and Chong like show that they had, and which was a trip for me to begin with, because now I'm starting to feel the effects of mushrooms. And as I'm sitting there, all of a sudden I go, and I look to my right, and there's my aunt just ripping a bowl right in front of me. I'm like, oh, cool. This is going places real quick.
See, fun stuff was happening. You were getting to be an adult and cool adult shit.
But suddenly it all made sense.
But we see that's it. Sometimes you have to go on a vision quest. You know what I mean? That's all we were doing. We were just
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, that's the best time of the year to do the vision quest.
Why?
Because that's when the Earth is closest to the moon.
Yeah, come on, dig yourself out of this.
During like the vernal equinox, you know, and that's when you're closer to the spirit world. You know what? It's all about having fun.
I mean, I will say there has never been a moment where I have hung out with you and I have not had a good time.
We've always had interesting times. Like it's been that way. Like you were the only one. I lived in Gloucester, Massachusetts for 6 months, and like nobody came up there. You know, nobody came. My dad drove past Gloucester on his way to like New Hampshire. He's like, I'm not.
He was like, fuck you, son.
I'm not gonna go there.
They're a disappointment. Fucking. Oh God, your American traditional sucks.
If I wanted to have a bad time, I'd go back to your mother.
Oh, we love you.
Who was making fun of him more, him or her? Anyway, love you both.
Oh my fucking God, that's so mean. Your sweet mother.
My dad would say horrible things to me though, so like he could take it. He's like, the best part of you ran down your mother's leg, you know, and I'd be like, what? What does that mean?
There goes the rocket science. It's right there. Just good old snail trail gone.
I wore a goddamn Jimmy hat that night.
Jesus Christ, bro. Are you working through something right now?
Of course.
Do I have to charge you a copay after this?
What is it? Oh, you're the only one who came and visited me when I was up in Boston.
I did, because I went to
Gloucester, Massachusetts.
I went to go see Dropkick with my girlfriend at the time, and stopped and saw you, and her fake ID did not work that night. And
that's the craziest thing ever when that happened. That was No, wait. No, that was another time.
No, that was that night, because we were up in Boston, and I went out with you, DK, and John, and some other schmuck. There was somebody else there.
No, that was another night.
No, that was that night. Yeah, you're remembering wrong.
Night?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was in Plymouth, and the other was in Gloucester.
I only saw you in Plymouth.
Oh, no, that's right. We came down to Plymouth. Yeah.
Yeah, we met in the middle, because I was in Boston, you were up there, and we met in the middle.
Wife Diana off camera saying all the things that make sense. Like
our resident historian.
She's like, actually, you're wrong, Rob. Like, what? I'm wrong. No, I've never been wrong before.
I mean, really, what would you do without her? I mean, how often does that actually happen? She's like, actually, you're wrong.
Every day. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so confused half the time. I'm going to be the worst dementia patient ever.
You're already the worst dementia patient ever.
Diana!
I can really see that being you, and I was going to say 20 years, but I feel like that's too gracious. I can see that in like 10. Just
Nah,
like full blown, like just turning into Cliff.
I am a
just
conspiracy
walking around,
nut,
just like.
I am a conspiracy person now because people that are like, I don't believe in conspiracies. I'm like, so you believe in everything they've told you at face value?
The government's just out here batting 1,000.
They're always correct. They never fail.
I actually saw somebody make a joke about that. I forget who it was, but like he basically makes a joke about this, like and he's like, "Oh yeah, you think the government's just telling us everything?" He's like, "I have one son, and I lie to that motherfucker all the time."
Oh, is that Roy Wood Jr.? I feel like I know who you're talking about. Who does that bit? Like you believe in no conspiracies?
Theories,
like, you have to believe in some.
Yeah, like
I think it's
some are a little bit. What's the most outlandish conspiracy theory you
the
believe
most
in?
Outlandish or the most stupid?
Yeah, the most stupid one that you believe has some validity.
That Elvis wasn't dead.
Okay.
That Elvis didn't kill himself.
Why is that your hill to die on?
Oh, it's not my hill to die on. If you said the one that's like the stupidest one,
that's what I asked.
Kinda, I'm like, I don't know, because Elvis had a lot of reasons to not want to be around anymore, but not necessarily be dead. Also, you know what? Ultimately, the one about that conspiracy that makes me always question things is that the insurance policies. A lot of the insurance policies that Elvis had weren't cashed in. And the only reason you wouldn't do that is because you don't want to get into a situation where the insurance company investigates and finds you down for insurance fraud.
Elvis just went to rehab. He didn't actually die from
a lot of Elvis's top stuff is missing too. A lot of stuff that was very important to him just went missing. So I don't know.
That's the story I'm going to believe, that Elvis actually got help finally.
There was the story basically that I kind of when I watched some of these conspiracy docs, even though I don't necessarily believe in it, but if I was going to pick a weird one that might be plausible, it was that one. Only for the fact that he was an agent. He was a government agent. He did work with the DEA. He did do.
Really?
Yeah. What he did. Everybody thinks that it was just a whole. Oh, Elvis has a badge because Nixon was like, cool, here's a badge. But what they would do when Elvis would go and tour in some of these areas, they would put undercover guys in the band with them.
Really?
So they'd be like, yeah, so they could get around into different areas, and they're like, oh, he's with Elvis's band, like, oh yeah, but secretly he'd actually be a government agent. They were using him as cover. So I don't know. I mean, that's kind of, I mean, truthfully, it's still a stupid one. I don't think I'd ever actually admit that for real, that it was a real one. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's something that people. I hate that conspiracies get put into this category of they're all fucking stupid and they're all dumb. Like, they're not all stupid, they're not all dumb. Some of them have a lot of validity, and here's the thing, the word conspiracy too even gets a bad rap, like, oh, you're part of a conspiracy? Ugh, conspiracy. Like, yeah, anybody that's ever been involved in a surprise birthday party has been involved in a conspiracy.
That's a strong take.
No, but it's true. It's like, oh, you part of a conspiracy? Yeah, we're conspiring to surprise him with his birthday cake, So it's not a bad thing, a conspiracy. I don't know. UFOs are real. The government's been hiding the existence of aliens.
Well, didn't they come out a couple years ago and say hey, they're real, and nobody cared? They're like, yeah, motherfucker, we know. Yeah, but Trump's got bad hair. Like, but still, who cares? Like, yeah, but Biden's tired and stupid. I'm like, no, but who cares? Like, we're still UFOs are real, and they're like, no, we can't do that. No, we got to argue about the most ridiculous shit on earth. That's true. Like, if you sit there and watch the news, no matter what the story is, no matter what side it's from, if you watch the news and in the back of your mind be like, keep in mind, UFOs are real and the government's been hiding them since 1947. Now back to your regularly scheduled program, and it's like, yeah, but I don't think that he should have invaded this. What? Who cares? There's aliens, you stupid motherfucker. Like, we're not even hiding it anymore.
They're not. Like, there's this documentary out there right now called The Age of Disclosure, and it's so insane. Like, it's literally guys from the NSA, high-ranking officials, sitting U.S. senators. Marco Rubio is in it. Fucking Chuck Schumer, Kirsten Gillibrand, like real senators are like, yeah, kind of doing something, and we're like, what? Why are we not talking about this? Why are we talking about other shit?
I mean, this is one of my favorite parts about hanging out with you is that when you do get on these tears sometimes, usually they're a little funnier than what this one was, but like...
No, because I'm just so, like... People are like, you believe in aliens? Oh, that's crazy. I'm like, oh, no, you're crazy. You believed in COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Like, you thought that Dr. Fauci wasn't the reincarnation of Joseph Mengele. You fucking dolt. You realistically thought... You're like, no, I know who's got the cure for this. It's Pfizer Pharmaceutical. They would never lie to us and get the whole country. The Sackler family would never get everybody hooked on heroin for profit, would they?
That's exactly where I was going to go with that.
Would they do that to us?
Which is ironic that the company that basically caused the opioid epidemic was the ones who created the MAT to help treat it.
Yeah, they're like, guys, we figured it out. I'm like, well, I hope you do, because you fucking created the problem. It's literally the Wuhan lab all over again. No, that's how they are. They're like, guys, you know what? Here at Big Tobacco, we wanted to let you know that smoking bad. Smoking so bad. But here's Zyn, guys. I don't know what it is, but you're going to all take it every day, all day long. Stuff it in your...
I got two of them in right fucking now.
Two of them in there right now. I don't know what's in it. I'm sure you're not going to get like...
It makes the voices stop for just a little bit. Like
another like 5 years, Pat's going to come to the party, his jaw's going to fucking detach like a snake trying to eat a big rat. Like, oh, sorry guys, these Zins did something more than they told me.
I can't even put them in my mouth anymore. I just stick them right in my foreskin. Just gotta get a high somehow.
Stick them in my foreskin is the worst thing I've heard all day. Can you say that on the internet? I don't know.
I mean, I'm assuming so. Is foreskin allowed? Okay, foreskin's allowed.
What about five skin?
Some people want to cut it off.
When you said five skin, my head immediately went to like people high-fiving with their foreskin.
High-fiving with your foreskin. That's the new...
It's like slap.
Slap your cock with some cock meat. Some cock meat. Did you say cock meat on here? You say that? I'd like to get a...
I feel like half of the time it's like... I mean, I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched a lot of these. Not to say that I don't love it.
Why would anyone watch this? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've watched a few, okay?
Hide like an Easter egg right here so that whoever watches it, like, will know and they'll... You know, I don't know what we'd say.
But I feel like just from the little bit I've seen, I'm assuming a lot of these are you just saying certain things like, is that cool to say? Can we get away with that?
Can we do this?
Are we cutting that one out? We've already done, what, twice tonight?
Well, usually somewhere in every episode, Hitler gets brought up, you know? And Hitler. And then because he's just such a...
I went really dark and more of my writing. It's not about my shitty life anymore. It's just about... it's terrible.
You miss it, though. I could smell it. You miss it.
I do. It was fun. I do want to get back. It's just my work schedule, man. Like as I keep telling you, and you're just like, you're a fucking pussy. Get the fuck back out there.
Yeah, because you're a therapist and you're helping people. Well, what's your actual title? I mean, therapist is very broad. So what would you? Addiction counselor? What?
So my credential is a CASAC, which stands for Certified Addiction and Substance Abuse Counselor.
Okay.
Trying to get into grad school to go for my master's in either mental health counseling or social welfare. But yes, that is my title. So I work as an addiction counselor.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I had wonderful case studies from our family growing up. So
so it's basically it's not helped anybody in our family, but it's like helping something.
It's one of those things too. Like I remember, like in like a couple years ago, like having that epiphany that like I definitely was babysit by people under the influence of hard drugs. Not alcohol.
Oh yeah.
And like looking back on it and just being like, wow, Mom, Dad, that was a choice you made. Like granted, never saw it. They were good about that. They were good. They were good addicts. They didn't do it in front of me. So I'd say professionals. There was. There was definitely many a time where, like, looking back and I'm like, oh, like, Aunt or Uncle so-and-so is probably on blow right now. And,
yeah.
Like, nobody all of a sudden is just like, I had an aunt that, like, her favorite thing to do was, like, and I remember, it, like, being little and having this memory, like, maybe, like, 4 or 5. And I had this aunt that, like, her favorite thing to do with me and my brother in the car was a thing called Crazy Driver. And she would.
I'm Crazy Driver.
And she lived out in like the hills of Rocky Point and Mount Sinai, and she would just be like, all of a sudden be like, crazy driver, and like be whipping shit through the hills out there, like jerking the wheel back and forth. And as a kid, I'm like, yeah, this is fun. Like looking back, and I'm like, you were whacked out of your fucking mind. But like different times. This is the 90s where like, you know, recreational cocaine was a thing, and like, you know, little bump ski just to get you through the day, you know?
Crazy drive.
I was a shit kid, so I would have done coke with me too. Like, I mean, not with me, but like, you know, I don't know what I'm saying.
I would have done coke with me.
No.
Again, here
We don't condone drug use.
Drugs.
It was a terrible thing that shouldn't have happened to any kid,
it
and
was
I'm
the
very
90s.
lucky I got out of that without any problems.
It was a different time back in the 90s.
Yeah, and you know, you just did drugs around your nieces and nephews.
You rolled with the punches, you know?
Yeah, you know, just like we all, you know, we drank out of the hose, you know, fucking.
It's the last of the hose generations.
Yeah, you know, I drank out of the hose. My family members would do lines and shotgun beers while they were watching me. It was a great time.
It was America. It was like a John Mellencamp song. It was Ain't That America, You and Me. No, not gonna have a sing along now.
I thought this was just like a solo. I didn't want to step on your toes.
Right. You should have left it as a solo.
The last time I interrupted you at karaoke, I got a harsh elbow to the fucking eye.
I did karaoke once?
No, you are so fucking gullible.
Oh, I was like, I could have done karaoke.
Oh my god.
I could have been a contender.
You will believe anything somebody says to you.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it, Mac.
So wait, so you did comedy back like prior to getting back into it
I did
again,
comedy
right?
in the 2000s, 2005 to 2010. I did it, so 25 to 30, and then I stopped, and then I got back into it. Now I've been back in it 5 years.
What made you decide to like hop back in the
Oh my God, it was awesome. It was just like, I missed it.
I feel like people don't ask you questions a lot.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, right, yeah. I was doing, I was fire commissioner. I ran for fire commissioner.
That's right. You were a fucking fire commissioner.
I was all about politics.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
And I just wanted to do politics and be the fire commissioner. And then my buddy Piles was like, yo, when's the last time you smoked some weed? And I was like, oh my God, it's been forever. So like, we should do that. And then I did that, and I was like, oh my God, what in the hell am I doing? I was in politics? What's wrong with me?
Yeah, I still, looking back on that, it amazes me, like, that you were, like, suit, tie, everything. Like, you had campaigning, like, pictures out there and everything like that.
Buttons and stickers, like, I was running for, like...
Yes, you had, and then you made the joke ones, too. I still have, I have the one to this day, Barack down to Electric Avenue.
That's how you knew. That's how you knew I was still doing comedy, because, like, I funded my campaign with buttons that I would sell on Etsy, but I would... that said, like, horrible things, like, you know... elect Hillary Clinton to eat my ass, you know, like shit like that. And I would camp, and that's how I got, Barack down to Electric Avenue.
That was a good one. I think
so
elect Hillary Clinton to eat my ass is a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's a shame I couldn't go home at, 18 years old with that one. I don't think I would have been allowed over for Thanksgiving, though, for that.
No, you probably wouldn't have been, no, these were just dumb button ideas. Like, I was like, oh, this'll sell. And it did. It campaign helped to fund my stupid campaign. Helped me get yard signs, basically is what they needed.
Oh, you went like in?
Oh, I had a fundraiser next door at the bar here. It was crazy.
Holy shit. I didn't realize you went that hard into it.
We went ape shit with it. We went banana sandwiches.
So, who was your competition that you actually got the fucking job?
It was Commissioner Scott Nowakowski. He was a seating commissioner. Yeah, he was there already.
Oh, I thought it was just no contest. This fucking guy, we'll give it to him.
Well, he wasn't going to run as according to what everybody told me. So I was like, sick, I'm going to run. And then I called him up and I was like, hey, I'm going to run. And then he was like, yeah, I'm running. I think because he probably at that moment, he was like, there's no way. No, we're not going to let this guy, you can't,
And the guy he was so worried about is the guy he lost to.
Well, then he lost to me because of, it wasn't even his fault. In retrospect, now that I know from being in there and have seen what he had done, he was a really good commissioner and got a lot of good stuff accomplished. And I didn't have a beef with him. It was never about him. But it was just at the time, the guys were like, he had done some things that had made people in the fire department mad, and if you make the members mad, they're all out for blood.
But and I was just any department. Everybody loves you until they don't. My dad was fire chief and stuff like that.
And that's why I was like, all right, I'm gonna take advantage of this situation, and I'm gonna run now, I guess. you know. And then when he's like, no, I'm running too, I was like, oh shit, I didn't want to run against a person. Just because I don't know, I just didn't want to be that guy, you know?
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to fight with him, you know, it wasn't about him.
Yeah. I mean, even going back to, like, what I was saying before, like, earlier on about, like, you know, being a good kid when I was, like, in my younger years, it was really a lot of because my dad being in the fire department, because everyone fucking knew our family. Like, you know, my grandmother is still doing EMT shit, like, which is wild.
How?
You know? She doesn't go as much, but, like, if she gets a call that she, like, can actually respond to in time, like, she still will. She'll ride.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yes. In her 70s, still kicking ass.
That's
Go
insane.
Graham. Love her.
She's still riding the bus as an EMT.
Yeah, she's a tough fucking cookie.
That's wild.
Yeah, you know. But
why's
like,
your grandmother so young?
because there's 12 years of or 13 years of age between us.
Oh, that's true too. Because my dad's like 70. I'm like, wait a minute, your dad? Yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
But like, yeah, everyone knew me because like my dad worked for the town. He was in the fire department. My uncle was in the fire department. My grandmother was like a volunteer EMT. Like, you know, my uncle worked like for like Loco and like all that other stuff. Like, so like they were just really tied into the fire department, PD, and like union community. Yeah, and like they're also tight knit and they know each other. Like I like to this day I still run into people like, oh, aren't you like fucking Tim's son? And I'm like, oh yeah. And like I still have a vivid memory from this day. I don't know how we keep rounding back to drug use.
No, yeah.
Don't do drugs. But I remember being like probably like 15 or something like that, 15 or 16 years old. And I was hanging out with a group of friends and like, oh, we're going to go to this block party on the other side of town. Like, you know, you should come with. And like, I called my parents, got the green light. I called my mom, which was the smart move, because she was a little easier to, you know, say yes. She's greenlit and everything. And before we went over it, we were like a few blocks away at this other kid's house. Like, we're gonna smoke weed before we head over there. So we went up, as every kid did back at that time. You go to the sump.
Yeah, you go to the sump.
Go to the sump, and we're sitting there, and we're like in this little alcove and everything. And this older woman walks past, and as she's walking past, I'm looking at her. I was like, I feel like I know that woman from fucking somewhere. And she's just staring daggers at us. And so we finish up, I'm just about to take a hit. And all of a sudden my cell phone rings, and it's my dad. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. He's like, going to the block party tonight? I'm like, yeah. Why, what's up? He's like, all right, you have fun. I'm like, okay, yeah, I will. Thanks, Dad. And he goes, okay, just one thing before you go. I'm like, yeah, sure, Dad, what's up? And he's like, I was like, you know, just before you say anything else, I want to let you know I love you. and he was just like, yeah. If you do anything fucking stupid tonight, I swear to fucking God, tore and laced into me for like 2 minutes. And then I was just like, and my friends are staring there like with their jaws on the fucking floor, like, oh my fucking God. And then he's just like, all right. And I'm like, yeah, okay, love you, bye. And like hung on the phone. I'm like, he knows. Like, he fucking knows. Like, that woman told him, she narked on me. She knows my dad. But like, that was realistically what it was like growing up for me. Like, I couldn't do anything or getting into trouble because like everyone knew my fucking family.
No. I get it. Yeah. I get it. Yeah, you can't get away with anything because everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, like there was nothing worse than like occasionally doing something wrong and then running into somebody and just be like, you know, you're getting scolded by this random adult that caught you, and they're like, "Aren't you Tim's son?" I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, or isn't Barbara your grandmother? You're like, "Motherfucker!" And like, just call whoever you were gonna call. Call the cops. I'd rather deal with the cops. Like, and just knowing that I was gonna get my ass whooped when I got home.
It's always the way.
Yeah,
they always know.
This is the way. But I mean, hey, I could have probably been way worse if it wasn't for all that. So.
No, I feel like that's the thing. In the long run, we all made it out alive, you know? Mm-hmm. That's like life. It gets a little bit much sometimes, but we're making it out alive. We're doing all right. How you feeling?
Good. I said it before, and I don't know if we caught it, but like it's amazing that you enjoy such a loud machine being so autistic. Like I thought it would throw you off, and
the noise comforts me. It's just in my brain the whole time, and I'm like, yeah, cool. And I'm just like zone out to it, you know.
Are you like one that like do you struggle with like certain types of spoons? Like, are you one of those kind of autistics?
No, I don't have any of that. No, I have not ODD, the ODB, the ACD, the ADD, the
ADD,
all cops
ADHD?
are bastards. What is it called? No,
It's not a cop.
ACAB. What? No. No, an OCD. When you're like, certain things will give me OCD, and I'll start to like make up games in my head that aren't real. Like when I'm running, I'll be running.
I need to make it to this thing.
If
in
I
this
make
time
it to
or
the
I'm
telephone
dead.
pole before that car over there makes it to the telephone pole, then no one in my family will die from cancer this year.
Is that a thing of OCD?
I guess.
Oh,
It's just
God,
it's
I
just
need
the
to
thing.
talk to somebody.
It's like if I step in this oil slick, then definitely something's gonna happen to me tonight. You know, like that's just my brain. Like it's a fucking made up game. It's a made up, weird, wacky game that you play with yourself. That you're just like, you know, if I do this, then my wife's gonna leave me. You know what I mean? And that's weird. And that'll be the weirdest thing. But like, why did you leave Rob? Like, ultimately, I didn't.
This guy couldn't run a 12-minute mile. I'm
like,
fucking out.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it to the yield sign before the plumbing truck came down the street.
She's
so
just already got the U-Haul out there. You're like, wait, no, don't take the dog too.
just get home and that's it. Like, sweetie, I love you, but you're not as fast as that plumbing truck. You're a loser.
I love
no
you,
one
but
likes you.
I love you, but you're a pussy and you can't run
I
fast.
can run faster. I swear.
You give off that vibe of like,
Blue one is this one.
yes.
It's this
Yeah, I
one.
was about to say, I was like, don't fuck that up.
Blue one is this one.
So I was going to say, like, you do give off that vibe of the kid. It's like, I'm the fastest kid in my grade. Like my dad told me.
I'm definitely not the fastest.
Your dad also probably never told you that. He's
My dad
probably like, you
never
little fat fuck, get over here.
Yeah.
And fucking...
I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, you're not doing it good. It's like, that's how he talks. That's a spot-on cliff. If you've ever been, hey, listen,
Whatever you're doing, it's not.
I don't have enough Tylenol to deal with you today, but
I'm not present enough to know exactly what you're doing, but whatever it is, I'm sure you're doing it bad.
whatever's wrong with you, you definitely got that from your mom's side of the family.
Well, it's nothing better than the time you were tattooing me and you like walked right past me after I was like, "Hi, Uncle Cliff," and he was just like, "Whatever," and you're like, "Yo, it's your nephew." He's like, "Oh, what's up, Tim?" I'm like, I'm Pat. He's like, "All right, Kevin, have a good one." I'm like, Pat, what the fuck? I'm like, that's still the same generation. You didn't even move down a rung. Like, fuck, dude.
You guys were the good Bonacums.
You were one of the good ones.
You were one of the good ones. The other ones were a bunch of fucking fat alcoholics. Like, what? No, these are the alcoholics. Like, what are you talking about? They're all alcoholics, Dad.
None of us made it out alive. It's okay. Like, we all got the gene.
I love my dad would just blame, like, my mom's side of the family for shit, but, like, clearly doing whatever he was telling me they were doing. He'd be, like, drinking a whiskey. He'd be like, you know, you get all those alcohol drunk genes from your mom's side of the family. And I'm like, you're drinking whiskey right now.
Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah.
What are you, gay?
Of course I drink whiskey. How do you think I deal with your mother? Oh, fucking.
My dad.
How do you think I deal with your drunk mother?
Oh my gosh. I learned this from watching you guys.
I learned this from watching your mother.
I want to have him on the podcast so bad.
No, you don't.
I absolutely do.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it was so fucking hilarious.
You want to know where he is half the time.
No, he's not.
Sorry if you
Ozzy.
see this, Uncle Cliff. You don't know who I am anyway. Like,
Who was that guy?
it's like, oh god, he looks familiar.
I heard that guy's album wasn't that good.
His album wasn't. Fuck you. Fucking yeah. Knew another one was coming eventually.
Come on, I gotta keep it simple.
Dude, I grew up with it. That and fucking Ron Weasley. I got all the time.
I don't know
too.
who Ron Weasley
Ron
is.
Weasley's the ginger from Harry Potter.
Oh yeah. Oh, listen, it's not like, at least you're getting compared to like someone who's doing well. At least you're not like, oh, you know who you look like. I keep doing my dad's voice. You know who you look like. The people all the time like, you know who you look like. You look like Sean Penn's brother. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, Chris Penn. You know the fat one? You look like the fat one.
You look like Dennis Quaid.
I'm like, I'm like,
oh, that's not even the good Quaid brother. Fuck.
Can I look like the cool dude? Like, nah, you're not cool.
He's like, have you looked in a mirror recently? Fucking. It's just the rest of the episode just going to be us just impersonations of your dad.
You know, hey, it's inside baseball.
What?
It's inside baseball. That's how my dad would
Inside
talk.
baseball?
My dad, yeah, I know, you know when you talk about something and no one knows except for like you and like the other person.
I feel like that's every time I hang out with you.
Yeah, but like we do a podcast with like just dozens of people are gonna like skim through this, and you know, and they're gonna be like, who the fuck was that guy? They're like, which one? Like either one. We don't know who either of them were. The show is called "Who the F is Rob White?" No one knows who I am.
It's kind of your whole calling card. It's been
Yeah.
your calling card for you. Did that start the first time you did comedy?
That was yeah. I was doing comedy, and there was a comedian who was having like the comic meltdown. Like it happens all the time when a comedian's been doing comedy for a while, and then all of a sudden all these newcomers come along, and they're kind of like in the way, and they're annoying and all that. And I've definitely done it myself. Oh, I've done it too. Like, oh, who the fuck? And he was having one of these things where he's having a meltdown, and he was talking to the booker of the show. Yeah, so basically the story goes like so. I was there at the thing, and the guy was having a meltdown, screaming and yelling, being like, you know, like, who's this comic, who's that comic, like who the hell is this, and who the F is Rob White? Who the fuck is Rob White? And I was like, hi, I'm here, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just having a bad day, and I was like, nah, I get it, I don't know who I am either.
I feel like a piece of shit anyway all the time. You're not gonna make me feel bad.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like shit, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna name my website whothefuckisrobwhite.com because
Is it still
perfect.
active?
Yeah, I still use it. I update it all the time. My friend Lauren has the whole thing figured out for me, and she puts it all up there. And yeah, I got myself a website. Woo!
You're official.
That's right. Shout out to Stone Mountain, doing my website. Star Mountain. I want to say Stone Mountain all the time though. Star Mountain. You know what? I don't know, but I do know this. This episode is going to be heavily edited. Like, well, we're just going to like skip forward here, skip forward there.
I don't think we said anything too bad.
But it's just like, what are we supposed to be talking about? Your Pokemon tattoo? You know what I mean?
I don't have a Pokemon tattoo.
Yeah, this is
You tattooed everything on me.
This is Charosaurus. This is the one Pokemon that's like a half dinosaur, half rhinoceros, and he fights off
Half giant
he
dildo.
fights off frost giants and shit. And
That actually sounds like a dope Pokemon. I'm not even gonna lie.
Pokemon. What was your favorite card game? Were you a Magic the Gathering kid?
No, I got into it a little bit. Yeah, you're checking those colors?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I played a little bit of Magic the Gathering when I was younger, but like it was like what I said before, where like I didn't have other nerds to like interact with, and because like all my time was spent with fucking sports people. I turned around, I was like, "Hey guys, you want to play Magic the Gathering? Get out of here, you pussy! Like, like go fucking jerk yourself off or something."
Go jerk yourself off.
Yeah.
Jerk yourself off seems okay though, compared to like other things you could have done. Like, you know, go jerk off somebody else. Like that wouldn't have been cool.
I mean, for some people, I'm sure it's real cool.
That'd be weird. The old Dutch rudder.
You never jerked off a homie before?
Nah.
Sometimes you got to kiss the homies, you know, goodnight. Sometimes you just got to give them a little tug to make sure they fall
I
asleep.
don't even know what a homie is. I'm not even allowed to have those. Wasn't allowed to have homies when I was a kid.
Oh, we're not homies?
No, I wasn't. My dad was like, "Hey, don't use that Latin lingo in my house." You know, the hell you some kind of Chicano? What are you, Vatos Loco, motherfucker? Homie? Are you crazy? What are you join MS-13? You know, that's what you would say.
Yeah, no. I actually had a client recently tell me that you white, but you kind of one of us. And it was I
Black
felt
praise feels really good.
I felt really seen for the first time in a long time. It was a really touching moment.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like for white people, the highest form of praise you can get is black praise. Like if like I do a comedy show, and I'm not gonna lie. I look out at the audience, right, and I see the entirety of the audience, and I see them. But if I see a black guy laughing, then that changes the entire set for me. If I see a black guy laughing and white people aren't laughing, I'm feeling like cloud nine. But if that black guy's not laughing, I feel like I fucked up. You know what I mean? And if the black guy comes up to me after the show and says, "Yo, you did a good job," kidding me? Fucking, I'll cook that up in a spoon and inject it in my neck. Let me take that praise real quick and snort a line of it.
I feel like you have a lot. That's something you should probably talk to someone about.
No way. You know damn well. If you walk out of the house in your outfit and you're just feeling good, maybe you put on a new hat or some kind of new outfit, and like a white person says, "Hey, you look good," you're like, "Yeah, thanks." But if a black guy's like, "That looks good," you're like, fuck, dude, I just invented something new. I just invented shit. This is
what MLK dreamed about.
This is what we were looking for. All these years.
I have a dream that one day black people can give white men a nod to say, hey, you're killing it right now.
Yo, that's just it, you know? And I feel like if you know, I think someone has a whole joke about this, but it's honest to God truth. Like, they could change the world right now if they just told us, like, we were okay once in a while, you know? If they were just like, you know what? I'm not going to lie. That dance you were doing, it was pretty tight. And I'd be like, what? What?
You want to know something, Wick Boy? The shopping cart is a good dance move. You really hit the shit out of the sprinkler, my guy.
You know what I mean? You know, and then white people could do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, white people could do the same thing for black people, and it would be so, they could just be like, you know what? I'm going to let you off with a warning. And that would be it. That would be all they could do. They could just do that. And it would be so good.
Oh my God, speaking of multiple things getting cut from this episode.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I feel like you can't get canceled. You can't get canceled.
I feel like you very easily can get canceled.
Why?
Because people be why? Yeah, you sound like you're like, oh shit, is it happening now?
Why would you cancel me?
Are they outside with the torches and pitchforks? They're gonna come take Rob away? We finally got him.
Oh man, this is always an interesting time. What do you have tomorrow? You have to work tomorrow? Are you off tomorrow?
Is that what you really want to talk about in your podcast?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, what time you got to go to work? Because you're like a normal person. Like, you have a work. Like, see, that's the thing. For me, both tattooing and doing comedy are just like, they're not real jobs. Do you know what I mean? They're not real jobs.
Do you get paid for it?
Yeah, we get paid for it, but it's not a real job in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. People don't need us, right? If someone called up and called the office and was like, I don't know, I'm feeling a little loose today. I might do something crazy. I need to talk to Pat. Is Pat there? And you're not there? Something really bad could happen. People can go off the fucking rails. If no one's going to call me up and be like, nah, man, you know, you don't understand. I need a joke real quick, bro. I need a joke. Somebody better tell me something funny,
If you don't tickle this fucking funny bone, I swear to God.
If I don't get a tattoo today, I'm just going to off the whole family. Like, whoa. So you have a real job in that sense, right? So, but what time do you have to be at work? Like 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning?
Tomorrow's my late day. I work 12 to 9.
12 o'clock tomorrow?
Yeah, 12 to 9 p.m.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, Tuesdays and Thursdays are my late days.
That's not bad.
Yeah, with my real job and my real health insurance.
I don't know if he's being funny or he's rubbing it in. Like, look at me with my health insurance. Health insurance. I go to the doctor and I pull out like a fucking Blockbuster video card. I'm like, hey, remember these? Like, this is not my health insurance card. I'm sorry.
You walking into the doctor's office like, do you accept EBT? Like,
I know my health insurance is bad because whenever I say it,
like the person behind the counter is like, ooh, fuck.
What's our health insurance again, Diana? Oh yeah,
that's not bad.
I'm like, I have health first, and they're like, oh, and then like the bronze leaf premiere, and they're like, oh, the bronze leaf, you fucking pedestrian.
It smells like broken here.
Bronze leaf. Who brought in the poverty? This gentleman right here.
We have leftover bagels in the back if you need something, you peasants.
Yeah, I don't even get to talk to...
Our court jester is here.
I don't even get to talk to the doctor or the PA or the nurse. I get to talk to like the what do you call it? The person that comes there and sells them stuff from Aetna. What are those people that used to come all the time to the doctor's office and drop off like cakes and lasagna and shit? The pharmaceutical rep? I get to talk to like a pharmaceutical rep. They're like, well...
Just, accepting bribes for hire, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Fuck you, Big Pharma. Sorry.
I hate Big Pharma so much. I hate them so much.
Yeah, I feel like while Big Pharma is like a necessary part of my job at times, there's also just a general hatred for Big Pharma because of my job.
Because they don't think you're real. They don't like you. They don't like therapists. Because they're like, what do you do? Well, we talk to people, and then we help them solve their problems. Yes, but you also do drugs, right? You give them medication, and you're like,
temporarily.
you know, we don't like you to do that. It's not the goal of our job.
It's actually a lot more common thing now.
Well, yeah, because they've been pushing the shit out of it. When I was a kid, like, go to a therapist was like normal. You rarely did you get medication.
Well,
now you go to a therapist and they're like, how'd you like Rexulti? Like, I don't want it.
Well, so the thing is, though, is that we have this thing called MAT, which stands for medication-assisted therapy. And, like, the whole point of it is that understanding that cravings are, like, one of the biggest obstacles to get over in early addiction. So they give you things that bind to those same receptors so you don't get cravings. And
Right, so like not Suboxone, like Vivitrol.
well, no, Suboxone does the same thing. Suboxone binds to those receptors. And
But these pharma companies are the ones who created the drugs that got people in the first place.
yeah, we talked about that. Yes,
So
that's why I was saying I have a love-hate relationship with them. Because it's like, yes, you help many of my clients get a good foothold and start to make changes, but also you're kind of the people who fuck them up.
It's sort of like you come in the morning to your store and you open the door and you find that someone threw a brick through the window and wrapped
like,
around the brick is like, you know...
And not like money to replace the window.
It's
You're
like,
yeah.
here's A1 glass company, and you're like, you piece of shit.
You
Did you throw that through my window?
prove it, motherfucker.
That's the way I think.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Why do they always say that's the way the cookie crumbles? I never understood that.
I think there's a lot of really
going on
weird
with the
sayings
cookie?
out there that don't make a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Yeah.
I want to start making like my own, like, well, you know, the ass that shits is the one that feeds you, you know, fucking.
Yo, I got a friend.
You are so giddy right now. You're like, oh, I got one. I
I
got
got
one.
this friend, Crystal. I don't even give a shit. I'm saying her name. Crystal. Crystal literally said one time, she said, oh no, what was the phrase? Hold on.
No, you're blowing it.
It doesn't...
Uh-oh, dead air. Fucking freak out. Lose your mind
What
real
did
quick.
she say? What did she say? Oh, it's right there. You could beat a dead horse, but it's not just going to get back up and walk again. You could beat a dead horse, but it's not just going to get back up and walk again. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Why do
fucking
you-
dead.
And her husband, God rest his soul, he had one too, where he says, what doesn't kill you only makes you more hungry.
And he was a large man, so that makes sense.
Imagine you get shot, you're like, ah, I've been shot. Ah, but I'm not dead.
so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
They got the $5 piggy box over there.
When Crystal said that, I just was like, somebody's got to write this
But
down.
like some of them like don't make any fucking sense. Like the expression like what is it like a bird in the hand is worth like two in the bush or something like that. Like what does that
Yeah.
fucking mean?
Well, they're supposed to be...
Like I feel like it was like somebody like 100 years ago, like your fucking dad, that just like rambling like a madman. It was just like, oh man, that's like so upsetting that happened. Your dad's just like, you know, bird in the hands worth two in the bush, and like what the fuck does that mean?
You got a handbird? I got a handbird.
I got a bird in my
I got
hand.
some bush birds too. So.
Oh, you don't have a handbird? Sounds like you have Health First insurance.
Is this the Bronze Leaf premiere? Dude.
Bronze League Premier is a terrible name for insurance.
It-
First, the fact of the
just
matter
the
that
bronze.
they throw, exactly, they throw bronze in it, so it's already like, hey, you're third place, bud. Here, enjoy this. You're gonna really like it.
You're going to like the way you
You
look.
look, I was going right there.
You're
too.
going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Has anybody ever gone into a Men's Warehouse and not liked the way they look?
I don't really want to go to the Men's Warehouse.
What do you got against them?
I don't, all those places. Like, I just got a bunch of suits at Caraco's. And don't get me wrong, Caraco's is, like, good, but you almost feel like... It's like, for, like, the price that you're getting, it's just, like, I don't know. It almost feels like, am I going to throw these away in a week? You know? At least disposable suits. Like, what? I don't know.
They're ones that like say that they're machine washable, and you're just like, I'm fucked. Like,
Yeah. Like, you have to put these suits out on the line. Like, what?
sorry to ruin your potential sponsorship of Caraco's.
No, dude. I actually saw a comedian recently that was sponsored by Caraco's.
No fucking way.
Yeah, he's over the top, fucking like one of those, hey, you do, one of those
God.
comics. And he's just like, hey, my boy down here at Caraco's Suits, getting all suit on. I'm like, oh, God, why are you doing this? Hey, cuz, you know that you could spill meatball parmesan all over
your
this
Caraco suit.
You can wipe it off with the magic eraser, you know what I'm saying?
Just don't let your mom catch you doing it, otherwise you get a whooping.
Get your Ma's sauce all over it. Oh my God. I think we're in. And done. I'm trying to clean off the ink that I've gotten on you. I don't know why you're so red. I think it might just actually be your skin tone.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm trying to wipe off
this, like,
your skin tone.
I mentioned this multiple times through this, where, like, typically, because when you tattoo, you have a fucking cinder block for a goddamn hand.
No.
And I normally swell up like fucking crazy. I'm surprised how well it's looking right now.
It's going to be fun.
There's never been a time where I've gotten out of this chair that I haven't, like I can't take a photo of it because it's like, you look like you got mauled by a fucking cheese grater.
It's the brightest it's ever been for you.
Because I had Sloth from the fucking Goonies tattooing me. He was like, hey, you guys, I put a little fucking Witcher thing on you.
Look at this turn around to the Pat Bonacum show. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Chris?
Who the fuck is Pat Bonacum? Find out next week.
All right, well, I'm in here, and we are done and in and on. So we got to land this plane now, and how do we do that? We do it like so. And so ends another episode of Who the F is Rob White? My guest today, Cousin Patrick. Cousin Patrick, anything you want to tell the camera before you go? Anything you have to say to that camera?
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yes. Stay away from the drugs. I'd say throw your Instagram in there, but that might be weird.
I'm not doing comedy much anymore. If you want to see some of my old shit, you can look me up at Woodstock on Instagram. I don't really have much else on there right now. Other than that, yeah.
Yeah, next week I'm going to have like my mailman in the chair. I'm just literally we're going down the list of guests.
I felt like when you texted me, I was like, this is a reach.
I was like, you know what? Sure, we can do this.
We can take this guy who hasn't done comedy in like 2 years. Like, fucking, yeah, that's totally fine. Like,
I was on your podcast back in the day, so I
oh
thought,
my
like,
God,
you know
don't even talk to me about that.
About his fair play.
Yeah, that terrible podcast.
But as I was saying, so ends another episode of Who the F is Rob White. Guys, please like, share, subscribe. Go to our merch page. It's rotgut.shop. You can find shirts on there from Millennial Stoner, as well as Who the F is Rob White. I got my famous Get an Eagle tattoo shirt design on there. And like I said, leave something in the comments, say hi, and tune in next time for the next episode. Thank you and have a good night.
Bye.